Hello, friends. Welcome to the Epic Alchemy Podcast, episode 14. I'm your host, Jill Davenport, and I took a little bit of an unplanned hiatus, but I am back and I am growing this feeling of wanting to create more fun in my business, in my life. And what happened was I just really was doing a lot of things and I was not having fun. It was it was pretty stressful and it got to a point where I just kind of fizzled out and then I just kind of like shut down. I was doing still working. It was very short. I'm maybe over dramatizing it a little bit, but I just felt like I needed to pause and take a little break with what I was creating, like the content I was creating and stuff. And then I was thinking about how when we make things fun, they go smoother. I need fun in my life. I need for things to be fun. I need for them to be playful. Even if they are hard, I can still find a way to make them fun. And so I really just took a step back and thought about uh, what's important, how I want to function with my marketing, how I want to function with what I want to talk about, and all that. Um, and now I'm back with creating more fun. So I wanted to share this with you. I like to kind of share the behind the scenes, the things that I'm going through because the reason I started this podcast was to put myself in the position of trying something new and going through all of the mind stuff that goes on with putting yourself out there in a new space that you're not fully in yet, and getting the traction and all that. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And then not one day after I decided this and I figured out what I wanted to do, I ended up going to a concert. And it was a guy that I didn't actually I had never seen him before. I'd never really heard him. It was for my partner's birthday. We went to the show. I got tickets for the show, and I didn't really know what to expect. I was like, it's okay. He plays acoustic guitar, and I was like, yeah, okay. He's 70 years old, and he plays acoustic guitar. He plays like whatever these songs. I had no idea what I was getting into. This guy was amazing. His name's Tommy Emmanuel. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's an insane guitar player. Is like the best guitar player I've ever seen in my life. And he was so good. He was just like doing finger picking. He was playing like three like he's a guy who you can't even tell how good he is unless you're like really skillful at the guitar to know like how amazing the things that he's pulling off are. Because I was listening to him and I was like, this is, he was playing this like Beatles medley thing. And I was like, yeah, I've heard people play this song before. And I was like, oh, wait, he's playing three parts right now with one acoustic guitar by himself. It was just him by himself on the stage the whole time. And he had so much energy and he was doing all these crazy things like percussion stuff on the guitar. Like it was insane. Like I can't even do it justice to talk about it, but it was crazy. And he was having so much fun. And it was such a delight to watch him have so much fun. And he's, 70 years old, just running around with all this energy. He played two sets. He's like, I don't need an opening act. I'll be my own opening act. And I was like, yes, this is the energy. This is the energy that I want to have. And because he's having fun. He has he's a senior and he's just like got so much energy because he's having fun and he's like loving what he's doing and he's really good at it. Like he's playing, but he's also like a master at what he does. And so it was just such an inspiration, such a nod to that like, yes, when we make things fun in our business, in our life, like it just gives us energy and we can still be really good at it and still be very serious with it in a playful way. And he did all these stories that were like, his friend had just died the day before, and he was talking about that and talking about like the life and how it's like short, and we have to like you know um, acknowledge our time here and really like be grateful for the day that we have and all this stuff. It was like it was fun, it was deep, it was so good. And that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I want to bring to my life, to my business. So I wanted to share that with you because maybe you need that too. And I made a post about it on Instagram earlier this week, and I had a lot of responses. Like people really seem to light up with that. And so I think there is a lot of people wanting to have more fun because things can get really heavy. And especially now, this year has been crazy for a lot of people, anyone who's paying attention. And um, yeah, we have to, for our own sanity, sometimes bring in more fun and more play because it opens things up and a lot of times we think that we need the pressure to do things or we just have to like buckle down and do things and this sort of like school mentality of just like focus and buckle down and a lot of times that's counterproductive to especially people that are creative and where we do creative things, whether you have a business where you do actually like creative things like arts, or if you're, but we all have to be creative in some way to come up with ideas, to see things differently. And so we need that creativity, we need that space to play and to have fun and to loosen things up. So, I wanted to share that with you. Where can you have more fun? Like, what sounds really fun for you to do right now in your life or your business? And w- why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? So that's what I got for you today. Let's have more fun if you want to. If you don't, that's okay too. But you know, if you do, this is your invitation and your permission to do it, and that you can still perform really well and you can still show up in a way that you want to, but bring it more fun so that it's actually like it's sustainable, it's energy giving, and it's fun. So that's what I got for you today. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.